My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Republic Cult here in Cult of the Lamb. Excuse me? Is that Descent I see? I didn't think we had any of it. Wait, hang on. Is that Descent or straight up abandonment? Actually, it legitimately looks like they are straight up abandoning the cult. Yep. Apparently. I didn't think we had anyone that angered, frankly. Alas. I'd love to look at some mushrooms from Anora just to look at. Absolutely. You may have those, in fact. Oh, wait, no. I have to collect them from Anora to actually give to you. Otherwise, they won't count. Right, let's grab all the coins out of this. Accept the return of Victor II for finding 42 bones on that mission. You can also indoctrinate another into the cult folklore. Welcome on in. Queue up a couple of higher tier resources as well, I think. For people to make tomorrow, and then we'll run out into the fields again. Okay, honestly, I think I'm just gonna stack on ingots for a bit. Excuse me. There we go. All right. Yeah, no one needs a summon for the next day here. Pretty much everyone has a decent amount of food for themselves. Let's go check out the Silk Cradle. I think I'm still using my damage multiplier cloak here. Yes, we are. Unfortunately got the Merciless Gauntlet though. Not really the pickup that I often like to see. Chance to deal a critical hit when attacking enemies, and then the other is lobbing the Ica. No, that's multiple projectiles. Okay, so these are the projectiles. This will still be good for our damage multiplier. I would just really like to replace the weapon quite quickly if possible. Nice. And in fact, almost enough further to replace the spell that we just cast. Acquired a Leafy Flower Sculpture. We're very much rounding out our decorations here. Almost complete on those. And as we get only more money, we'll be finishing out the rest of the tarot cards as well. I mean, this is my second time in the dungeon. Let's give it a go. I think maybe the offering might be worth our while still. A better chance for better chests here relatively early on. Good to see. Yulgur has died of old age. I thought Yulgur is the one who just abandoned us. What was that? Someone that just sounded extremely similar to that. Ah, right. I was wondering why the first target died. It's because we'd managed to hit them with the random crit. Ooh. Nice conclusion in the arena here, though. Still no damage taken on my part as well. Just quickly gonna go out ahead and jinx that for myself so that I have something to blame in the future. Oh, there we go. As soon as I take the damage. It's because I jinxed it last room, you see. As long as I make sure I always keep jinxing it, then I never have to hold myself to actually stay safe. I am not what I once was. Though, no longer wise, I'm no fool. I know the end draws near, and I take some comfort in confession. The blame hangs heavy around my neck. I introduced them to the ideas of change. For my domain is knowledge, and it's ever growing. An organic state of being for myself, but for him, most unnatural. Death cannot flow backwards. It was I who kept him chained, forced into subjugation by the four of us. Subjugated, as you too soon will be. Make peace, Lamb, and bow to me. Refuse. A lion in the guise of a lamb. I expected no less from the vessel of a red crown. Very well. War is also my domain.
Fight night, let's go! With, or rather, there was a comment relatively earlier on in the series about the themes that were being evoked by each of the different bishops' punishments to our cults, paralleling the plagues. The plagues? No, plagues and horsemen? Horsemen. Right, famine, war, death. The other one. Famine, war, death. Handshakes that are too tight, rather. I don't think I know it off the top of my dome, unfortunately. But can't remember it for the life of me. That's just a brain fart right there. I would be able to remember it in normal context for some reason, just not coming to me at the moment. But if that does hold, it's entirely possible that Shamora at some point here will just kill a couple of our cult members outright. So it might be a good idea for us to keep handy the ability to revive one of our cult members. Excuse me? I thought those were supposed to be homing in on the enemy. They completely avoided it in every available dimension. Acquired the spider lantern, a lantern stand covered in cobwebs. Silk cradle, 1 out of 8. First spot collectibles for this region. They come pretty fast and furious. I wouldn't expect to take too long to get the rest of them, to be fair. Come one, come all, to a place of wonder and delight, where all that glimmers is gold. Guaranteed. Midas's Cave. Open 7 days. Ah, knew we had one of these still yet to unlock and go to. Beautiful. Let's make sure we actually track that quest to remind myself of it when we leave the area. Looks like that's probably going to be our actual progression, so let me try and dip back in the other zone as well prior. Ooh, baby. Keeping the damage modifier really high at the moment with the 180. And just getting the casts to clear. Now, I usually don't have to worry about this, but we might actually want to strike the training dummies in the next level to gain a little bit more fervor for ourselves before we actually start out. Pretty certain I'm not going to have to construct all of these. I imagine I just collect them. I mean, I still do like food. Especially if you can give me higher tier resources for food, like the radishes. And it'd actually work excellently for me. Radish seeds? Oh, never mind. I'll settle for the thing I asked for first, and still desperately need. Much appreciated. One more battle room, and then the completion of this area. We may just immediately jump back into this area afterwards as well. Mr. Gibberish just died of old age there. I feel like my cult was still aging while I was on, like, the start screen or something like that. I feel like a lot of time passed, because a lot of people are suddenly older and more frail near their deaths than I thought was last the case. Make sure to grab all of the available spider silk in here. I've only really used it to craft one thing, the stone mine level 2, but it's gonna have to be used for, I imagine, some decorations at some point that I may still need to craft. Rolling into an enemy will damage them. First time we've actually managed to pick this up in a dungeon. I'd like to see if it actually knocks them back as well. Because if so, it could cause its own problem of creating extra distance, like we saw with the 10-second cooldown shot that can happen. forming anti-synergistic situation with the hammer. Okay, so visibility is the problem in this room. Aye! Very happy to be at the point where basically a crit against any enemy is an instantaneous kill with this. Playing Wreath, a simple decorative wreath of sticks. Also, honestly, just very happy to be in the point where I don't have to go through with the 3-hit combo of the claws, despite that being their, like, truly devastating ability. I almost never have to go through with a full combo to actually take down an enemy. Feeling like I have to commit to that, I think, gets me into way more trouble than it's worth. See? Like, if I committed there, I would have taken the damage. Excuse me. I have no clue how my ranged attack managed to do no damage there. Perhaps just hit on the exact same frame as the enemy was healed. Really want to back up? Yeah, okay, we've got way too many blank rooms behind us. Additional 10% chance of negating damage. Been taking damage since the 2nd floor, I think, at this point. Although that would make sense, because this is basically the 3rd actual combat floor. Oh my god, this is exactly what I wanted. Okay, let's get the Godly Sword. Deals significantly more damage than other weapons, and also is going to continue our damage multiplier that we already have gained. Also gonna load those up, because I can, basically. Just very easy for us to do at this moment. It's a shame that this is not actually going to take us against Shamora finally, because this is a run in which I feel exceptionally confident. So rolling into an enemy will also damage them. I wonder if rolling into the enemy is also going to therefore be affected by the plus 480% damage that we're doing. Like, is it possible that I am now at the degree where I can roll through enemies to kill them? Okay, no. The damage is minimal! That shot! What was that? It happened so quickly. Right, well, I'm gonna work on building all this back up then. I guess I'm glad it's not the Shamora run. Thankfully, we do actually have a huge amount of tarot cards to do with attempting to heal us and negating damage and keeping us healthy in other ways, so not too concerned that we actually won't be able to make the progress here. I don't think I'm going to spend 40 on the offering, though. That's starting to feel like it's just exceptionally not going to be worth it for us. Oh, okay, never mind. You can direct this spell. I somehow forgot that entirely. I think I forgot it, learned it on a different episode, then forgot it again in time to learn it again for this episode. It's kind of like the board game Oath. A couple friends and I have been playing it every 6 months, which is to say every 6 months we go, oh, Oath was fun. Let's play Oath again. Oh, but we don't remember any of the rules. And then we have one game where we all mess up all of the rules. At the end of that game, we go, Oath is really fun. We should play it again when we actually understand the rules. And then we play it in 6 months' time after having forgotten all of them again. Rinse and repeat. I don't know if we've ever played Oath correctly. We played it a half dozen times. Great game! Not sure I have any clue what's going on. A lot of fun. No clue what happened. Really love just kind of standing there and guarding the ground that the spiders are about to fall on, like, and dead. Hello, Vapor. Oh, okay. I have the invincibility spell. Forgot that I had that. I'm gonna try and abuse the absolute heck out of it. There you go. I think I spent that entire fight invincible. Oh, worked well. Oh, I'm gonna change the head of that character before we accept him into the cult. I do not want to look at that one again. A new follower form that the animals can take. There you go. You can come out as a Heracross, right? I don't need you to be nightmare material. Two more delves into this dungeon to go. I'll see if I can even possibly get both of them done in this episode. Who knows? Honestly, I just need to make sure that my cult is fed, right? I don't need to accrue any of the rest of the resources that they're currently generating. No damage to the boss bonus, plus 20% on all of our items. Oh boy. Oh, what are y'all doing here? And obviously gonna have to harvest the meat. There's no way we can need money after this. I refuse to accept it. Okay, and then this one is going to be planking it up, and then this one, stone, and then this one again, also stone. I think I probably have two elderly folk in the cult at the moment. Yeah, Patricia and who else? I feel like Patricia is going to win the battle, to be honest. Having been out on the lam. Pun not intended. I think there's an experiential aspect behind Patricia's also just been available in the cult for the longest period of time, has the largest amount of experience in that realm, but also as an adventurer, I'm thinking. Because Patricia went out on a bunch of hunts and brought back a bunch of bones, right? Not all of those could have been scavenged. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's have a look at these crowns. Ah, yes. Once a day, eat a meal in order to receive a blue heart, or when killed on a crusade for the first time, sacrifice a follower to be resurrected. Honestly, it's probably about time that I unlock this. Only seems fair. You've unlocked a new crown ability. Death is no longer the end. When killed on a crusade, you may sacrifice a follower and be resurrected to continue your run. Now, we got a lot of elderly folk about. So we're gonna have to do a fight night, we're gonna have to do a sacrifice, and we're gonna have to do an ascension. It would be a waste to not test your metal here, Patricia. And you know what? I'm gonna give you the honor of, oh no, because I'm gonna have to sacrifice the other elder. Oh, so I actually want the ones with the better resources, I guess? Okay. You may murder Basil Bub. Absurdity. I'm so sorry. I say you up with the best, the long odds were on Basil Bub in that situation. 5 levels difference. Sacrifice of the flesh. It's time for us to get rid of another of our elders. Let's get rid of Yulga. And then the level 5, I guess, can ascend. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to ascend Patricia after she won the fight. Like, it would just make more sense. You've taken out the trash, and now here's your paycheck. your eternal reward. You know, boy howdy, I'm actually starting to feel slightly light on cult members. As it happens. One of you's got to join me as a demon as well, though. You know, given our cult member lightness at the moment, I think I will, in fact, also try and resurrect someone here. Let's bring back one of our bestest and one of our brightests. Victor? Do I have a Victor the Second on camp at the moment? Ballard the Second honestly died before they even had the opportunity to begin life. Disney would make a bunch of sense here too. Mr. Gibberish, we could keep the original alive effectively. Also, we have the 3 that we just turfed. You know what? I think they need to stay inhumed in the ground for just a little longer. Let's bring back Disney.
Your duty is not yet ended. Return.
Gotta remember, it's still worth my while to level up these people, even if I don't care about the divine inspiration they would otherwise give me, or the gold that they are going to be giving me now. What? Oh, right in front of me? What? What are you talking about? No one died. Please. Nothing to see here. People must have loosened their hold on their lunch for unrelated reasons. Okay, make sure this is still reasonably self-sustaining while I'm out of here. And that we've got the rewards of our labor. Okay. Let's cook a little bit of food and then get back out there. I think that a splendid vegetable feast seems like a cool idea. We can do 2 of those, and then we can do 3 hearty meal broths. I'm gonna just stack out the rest with cauliflower. If people are sick, they'll go treat themselves, thankfully, at this point. Boom, 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 boom. And of course, we have fewer mouths than ever before to feed at this point. Helping out a little there, too. Actually, I wonder if I should pre-cook even more meals than this. Just given exactly how hungry the camp seems to be. It just comes down to whether or not I'm going to want to have that many of them likely to get sick as I run away. Let's have them all poop instantly. Because at least we do have a janitor. So that'll get cleaned up sooner or later. Sure, it might make someone sick first, but hardly too much of an issue for us. Okay. We have a new location to search. Just before we go into it, I need to check if... Yep. I'm starting to sell beetroot seeds. I'm gonna buy 37 of them, as it turns out. I was gonna try and come up with some number, but I just need enough of them to make sure that my people will actually attempt to be using them here. Plant that, plant that. Try and beat you to planting them. I'll even fertilize them for you. Because if I can actually just grow a diversity of different things at the same period of time for the vegetables, we will just constantly have the best food available. So now we're looking for a travel off to meet Midas's cave and the denizens thereof.
Welcome, welcome. Look, everyone, we got a visitor. Oh, stop laughing. Our guest may not look like much, but fortune favors the gold. I mean bold. My dear new friend, Midas's Cave serves a certain class of clientele. If you can meet those standards, welcome. If not, please, look around. You're my guest here. I'll leave you to peruse. Should you have any questions, Midas is here to help you.
A new location is discovered. I'm gonna just start purchasing out the follower forms happily. While I look for... Ah, there you are, my fine sluggy friend. We'll make one more offering. Getting a general animal form here. I don't think any of the other ones gifted me anything when I purchased them, interestingly. Or rather, when I offered a shell to them. I figured that after I offered a shell to all of the different snails, something would happen, but if all it unlocks is a kind of neutral, I guess, follower form, that's a little underwhelming for the expectation I'd built up. Giant skull. The remains of something truly impressive. Which we've just straight up acquired. But apparently it is a decoration that we're actually purchasing here. Good. A pond, a tranquil pond for 25. You kidding me? We're gonna clear out the entire area, I think? Is this the... No, that's in Silk Cradle. Dang. We do have drop Black Ichor on hit, as well as when killed, resurrect with a heart, and dead enemy bodies explode, damaging other enemies. I like that clarification that it damages other enemies, specifically. Otherwise, I would constantly kill enemies and then roll away from their corpses, which would be needless. The deal is done, but at what cost? And next idol. Taken. Ichor earned. Who dares draw the blood of the gods? Now, what? Ah, yes. Little lamb, peer into the darkness. We'll be doing that in a wee bit. Sacrifice a follower, excuse me? How about you have Folklore? My newest follower. If you need one, you can have them. Ah.
Wonderful, wonderful, yeah, much better. If you have a few more of these, rather, I have a few more of these if you're willing to help me grow my collection.
Ah, so it's not even the quality of the reward I give you. I just need to give you bodies. I can easily do that. Do I actually need anyone in my cult at the moment? It is entirely possible that my best cult is no one right now. And just silly, going around, hanging out, never dying. Okay, well, let's come back here at nighttime and also make sure that we get some more free followers that we're just happy to throw away. Little bit of a town tour here to make sure that we finish out the rest of the purchasables. Stone mushrooms. I really wish I could jump past some of these. Just because the method of engagement seems... it reinforces the idea that you would just accrue a bunch of resources and then come buy a bunch of these in an order. But they all have very long animations. these have all already been purchased. Beauty. Damn, there's still follower forms here to buy? I guess that makes the most sense. Hey, Sozo died! Happened to you, bud? Oh. Did you get killed by your cult members because they realized what was going on with the whole pea situation? It was only a matter of time, let's be real.
I gotta be well and truly out of these follow forms soon, right?
Certainly those. Okay, and then rotate around to Smuggler's Sanctuary. I think I still have things here to buy, but I think it's because I have to buy them with the special resource. Nope. Money as well. Acquired a crystal flag, a crystal pillar to raise your flag. Also, catching a crab just making its way across the pier here seems to have also given me a follower form. Okay, sold out of the follower forms from there. Just all of these have had a nice little trick to them and hidden things. I just want to make sure that there's not just a scroll hanging out behind one of these. All right, fair enough. So we've been to the Lonely Shack enough times. We've been to the Midas Cave, Pilgrim's Passage. There's not going to be anything purchasable still down here at all. Never mind, there totally is. The decorations. A bale from the Darkwood. Ooh, that'll finish off the Darkwood. With the flower cart here, it looks like. Sorry, flower barrow, my apologies. I should have recognized it for what it was. Alright, completely exhausted that area. So back at the cult, we should probably summon a demon for ourselves. Ooh. More explosion damage? Yeah, let's do Jesse. Jesse's had experience as a demon before as well, so I feel like they'll be much more comfortable piloting. Knowing that I also do have to give away a bunch of people, I should make sure that I continually buy Helob's offerings here to us as well. Come on, and good weapon, good weapon, good weapon, good weapon, good weapon, good weapon. Not a claw, not a claw, not a claw, not a claw, not a claw. God damn it. Why? It's always the claw for me. Uh-oh. I also don't think I really need to care too much about getting a bunch more of the bones.
What are you looking at? That's right. You crown bearers are all the same. Nothing without your adoring followers. Ratau wasn't like that. He stayed true to who he was. You'll never live up to him. Get out of my way. I've got knucklebones to play and money to win. Come play me if you want a real challenge.
I'm absolutely gonna have to go and put this nerd in his place. No one, and I mean no one, beats me at knucklebones more than 4 times in a row. Keep him a little quiet because there's a lot of hectic stuff on the screen and I'm trying to keep a damage multiplier up with a weapon I do not know how to use. That's a generous description. Done. more of these for the road, just in case we need them. Neither of these is telling me that it's just Clownic on the other side, unfortunately. Merity has also reached old age, so we have another sacrificial lamb, that time intended. When we get back, the bomb, drop an explosive when you roll, a 10-second cooldown on that. We'll try and use that aggressively where possible. Especially because we have more explosive damage on behalf of our friend here. I don't know if that means our friend is doing more explosive damage, that being the Demon Jazzy is doing more explosive damage, or if their presence is allowing us to also deal more explosive damage. Game's a little tight-lipped on the kind of mechanical stuff behind the scenes like that. But assuming it's, you know, actually synergistic with our bombs as well, yippee and woo-ha. When killed, resurrect with a heart. Honestly, I think I may actually require that. Also going to be taking the offering for a similar reason. Fire a projectile when you swing a weapon with a 10-second cooldown? Sure. Guess I'm just not really going to be able to wield the hammer. Not 100% certain how my first attack just immediately killed the first enemy, but pleased, certainly. Pleased enough not to look a gift horse. Immune to poison. I still do need food, and I still do need people, so I'm going to be taking the extreme left here. Oh, beetroot seeds. No, those are so easy for me to get because there's an infinitely replenishable source of them that only requires money. Which is also pretty near infinitely, like effectively near infinitely replenishable for us at this point. I feel like trying to strike 3 times with this weapon because you can't just change directions midway and it consistently deals with it is just... It sincerely feels like a trap to me. Oh, hey, Shimura.
Have you once thought of what awaits you when your task is complete? What's gonna become of you? The lamb is, after all, the sacrificial beast, bred to the slaughter. If I can't stop you, maybe I can at least prepare you for the suffering to come. He was the fifth bishop of the Old Faith, our brother, the one who waits. Back then, he was known by the name Narinda.
Absurd. You can't. You absolutely can't do this to me. No. You can't make me kill Silly and Abba. I don't have the resurrection power up, and these are 2 of the most important members of the cult at the moment. So here's what I'm gonna do. Yep. And run as far as I possibly can, and then we're going home. No way. You can't make me betray my ideals. I will never kill a single member of my cult. All right, now who needs to die? Let's indoctrinate a couple new folk as well immediately. Changing your head. That'll do. And you're not going to need a name if you're immediately going to get et by Midas, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, feel free to go and start mining stone. You get a start on that. So it would be really nice if some of you would actually do some tending to the farms while you were here. No tasks available on the farm? Are you certain about that? Are you absolutely sure? It looks like a lot of these could do with some picking, though. I'm glad at the very least that that did actually manage to save Cillian out of here. So it wasn't all done in vain. Couple nice meals here as well. Beauty. I hope no one there's getting any particular Last Supper vibe. There would be no reason in particular for them to get that. No needs to ask any more questions. I'm just off to collect a payment of, oh, for unrelated things. An unrelated payment it is. I'm gonna go buy you, and then talk to Midas. This will also help me unlock my final of the cloaks. Travel across. Oh, Midas, I have some more wax statues for you. Ah, I hadn't even bought all of these. Oh, yeah, the stock is replenishing at some things for some things. That makes the most sense. Okay, so I am going to have to make another round to make absolutely certain that I've cleared out all of the purchases in the other areas. But at least I wasn't just incredibly remiss the first time I'd purchased them. Yeah, sacrificial time. Sacrificial time. Come on, sack your friends. They'll meet a very gruesome end.
Another addition to my gallery. How wonderful. I have a few more of these if you're willing to help me grow my collection.
How many more do you have? I'm hoping it's still just going to be a one-for-one trade the entire way across, right?
Oh, this one has turned out particularly well. This has got to be a most agreeable arrangement.
Quest failed. Oh yeah, I guess I did just kill the quest giver. Now, Marathi, you are also old and need to be sacrificed for different reasons. So, may as well also provide us a final part of the shield here.
Bravo, bravo. Sadly, this is the last piece I have. Thank you for helping me grow my little collection here, though. You're indeed a most gracious and generous lamb.
Thank you muchly, kind host.
This is where we trust our precious gold of the gods. Sometimes in the benevolence they give back more, other times it's lost. But it's not for us mere mortals to question. Present company excluded, of course. But for the use of such a service, the organization would say, require a donation. For some of your talents, shall we say 10 ingots?
Greed beyond measure, pay Midas 10 ingots. Even more reason for us to set up the Republic cult to try and make an absolute mess of those when they wake up in the next morning. 1 second. There we go, and promise kept. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been COTL. Top left is the series playlist for all my content on this game, past, present, and future. Down below is a YouTube recommendation for what it thinks you should watch next, and stream past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on Patreon.com/Rhapsody Plays at or above the thanks here. And a special thanks this episode to 3D. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we see you all next time.